These are the questions for people of con. All right, so the first question that they sent is, what inspired you to make this documentary?
It was time. It was the 75th anniversary of the Blue Angels coming up, starting in a new airplane in 2021. So this is a 5-year journey. So it was time to get the Blues in front of the American public again, to lift the country up a little bit. You know, we've just been so at each other's throats for so long that it was time to take something that couldn't be viewed as political and couldn't be viewed as a social issue. It was about the excellence in America of young men and women. To bring that into the viewpoint of all of the people in this country was important to me. And that kind of was the start 5 years ago. And then the hiccup of the big hiccup of the pandemic, that
Well, the cough, really.
the cost, yeah.
No, the cough.
The cough, yeah, the cough. It was hard to, it would have been hard to film everybody with a mask on. Oh, well, anyway. So it was tough, and that stopped us in our tracks. But then as the pandemic eased up, we also found Glenn Powell, Hangman and Top Gun Maverick, and we were able to pull him into this whole idea. He loved it because he loves the Blue Angels, and he loved naval aviation, especially with being in Maverick and being in the Devotion movie called Devotion, a terrific movie. So we just got on a roll, and here we are. We're ready to throw it out there to the American public. And from the folks that have seen it already, they know this is spectacular.
And what do you hope that audiences take away from this film? Maybe something about the camaraderie of the team?
Yeah, I mean, that's most important, I think, is that hopefully they take away how inspiring these people are. The Blue Angels, for me, being an outsider coming in to be sort of thrust into the daily routine of these guys while they're learning their formations for the first time, in El Centro, and then watching them grow and watching the team grow and everybody come together, like in a very, very short period of time. That was incredibly inspiring, and incredibly inspiring to spend time on a military basis too. That really inspired me. I was completely moved. Something I wasn't expecting. It's not in my nature to sort of like be moved by that kind of thing, but I totally was. So what I hope is the biggest thing is that they'll be inspired. If you're young enough, maybe it will inspire you to go and get into active service, because it's just, I mean, for me, if I'd done this in my 20s, I'd want to leave and join the Navy. Once I finished filming, it was like, I want to be a pilot now. I want to go, damn, I wish I could do that. I can't sadly do it. Too late for me. But hopefully it'll inspire others to do that. It'll inspire people to go see the Blue Angels more, and also understand the dedication and life's work that these people put in just to protect and serve us 100% all the time. Keep the wolf from the shores. These are incredible human beings that sacrifice everything, as well as time with their family and time, and sometimes make the ultimate sacrifice for us to protect us. That takes a certain kind of person, and they're inspiring. And hopefully this is what the film will do. I mean, watching them fly, watching the Blue Angels. If you go to a show and you watch the Blue Angels fly, you're in awe. And I want the audience to come out of this screening, or if you watch it in Amazon, you watch it in IMAX, to be in awe of what they do, because it's just unbelievable. I mean, some people, even Greg himself, is shocked at how close they're really, because he's in the #1 jet. He doesn't really see how close they're getting, but when you're in the 4 jet and you can see the wings are like covering his view and they're almost touching the canopy or touching each other, with all that turbulence, with all that speed, with all that weight, completely just mind-blowing that somebody would sit there and get that close. It's like, are you crazy? So it was inspiring for me. It was inspiring. Hopefully it'll inspire others. It inspired Greg. He was a 3-time Blue Angel boss, and he was shocked by some of the things we caught.
I saw stuff I'd never seen before. It was amazing. And also, just 30 seconds, less than 30 seconds, I want people to see that if you have an opportunity, seize it. Believe in yourself. You see that in this film. These men and women, they seize the opportunity to do something extraordinary, and they develop their own self-beliefs and go after it. And that's the kind of inspiration I'd like to see people come away with from watching this movie?
Yeah, that's definitely it. It's a belief within them that they can take this to the next level. These are guys that fleet fly, along far apart from each other. They're going to go fly 12 inches apart from each other. That takes a belief and an understanding. And it was for me. I'm not a filmmaker that's done aviation before, so I had to have belief in myself. But it's inspired by these guys who have belief in what they're doing. So, vicious circle.
Perfect.